Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wake Up or Wasted, Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Good morning to everybody on the East Coast. Good morning to my brother, Justin Sane. Man, where the F you been, Justin? Where have you been, bro? Shout out to Justin Sane, bro. That's my dog, man. Man, that is my effing dog, man. Shout out to you, bro. Oh my God, Latina Griffin, the Flying Wonderful, is in the place, man. Raider Suave is in the place, man. Demented Raiders in the place. Nicholas VA, MLA all day. Justin Brown is in here. My guy Van City Raider. Ben Bad is in the place, man. The Raider, the Get Off My Lawn OG, the General's in the place, man. It's game day, y'all. It is freaking game day. I'm Jack. I'm hyped. There's a lot of people that are going into this game with this woe is me attitude. I'm not subscribing to it, man. I'm not subscribing to it, man. Listen, everybody get paid to play in this league. The guys that play for the Raiders, we got some dogs in that locker room. They're going to go out there. They're going to try their best to respond. They're going to do their thing today, man. I'm not going into this. I am not going to claim no defeat on no Sunday morning, man. I'm claiming victory. I am claiming victory. My guy, Raider Nation Drew. I play for a good win, but I'd be happy with a bad win. I accept a good loss, but absolutely cannot have another bad loss. And bro, I'm on the same sheet of music as you, man. I'm on the same sheet of music as you. Yo, I got to give my shout outs to my brother Martin from way across the pond. Chip, cheerio, Martin. Chip, cheery, effing O, man. You know we don't cook until there's over 100 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Wake Up or Wasted. We are going to go over the game. We are going to go over fantasy football, stardom, situms, and all of that. We're going to go over some of your gambling advice. And before we get started, we got to take a pause for the cause, man, really quickly, man. And I have to give a shout out to our wonderful and most gracious sponsor, BetUS, man. Shout out to BetUS. BetUS has been a great partner of Raider Nation Unlimited all season, man. And, you know, I just got to say, man, go on over there to BetUS. 150% of your first deposit and then 125% on the next two with code YouTube150. You guys go on over to BetUS. 24/7 personalized 365-day service. The fastest payouts in the industry. Live wagering on all major games. You get 10% back of your net losses over the year. Let me tell y'all something, man. And you can also have your personal business account manager. Guys, there is nobody better than BetUS. Go on over there. Tell them Wasted Talent sent you. Use code YouTube150. And that's that. It is a Sunday. Go on and get your slips ready. We got some advice for you guys. We're going to get rocking and rolling on the Raider game. Guys, getting started in the chat. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, this is your show this morning. It's early in the morning, man. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast who woke up at 7:30 in California right now. It's 7:30 in Las Vegas right now. It is 10:35 on the East Coast, man. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. Man. My guy Loon, what's the deal, man? What is the deal? Lunatez Pale Moon. Hey, wasted in the Raider Nation from your friendly neighborhood Cowboys fan. Sorry I haven't been around. Granddad died August 18th, exactly 5 months after my dad died, dealing with some family. Yo, Loon, you know we got love for you. I remember when your father passed, bro. You know, shout out to your father, your grandfather. It's nothing tougher than losing those big building pieces to who you are as a person, bro. You know, I lost my father for a long time. I lost my grandfather. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's huge, brother. My condolences to you, man. And I hope that this show gives you a little thing to take your mind off all the drama in the family, brother. Thank you for pulling up. My brother, Leroy Ali, Newark's very own. Leroy Ali, man. Bro, I'm here. The energy is crazy, bro. Yes, it is, man. The energy crazy, dog. The energy is insane, bro. I can't believe jokers are just acting like we don't have a shot. I mean, damn, bro. I mean, what are we, bro? Are we the Tampa Bay Buccaneers circa, 1982? We're a good football team, man. We can string together some coherent stuff, man. But so let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Now, guys, when you start looking at the raw numbers of this game, bro, the raw numbers will tell you that this is a tough task for the Raiders, man. Now, playoff chances since the 17-game schedule started. 22 teams have started 2-0, made the playoffs 17 times out of the 22 times, right? 51 teams started 1-1, 23 have made the playoffs at 45.1%, and 21 teams have started 0-2, and 2 have only made the playoffs. So this is a daunting task for the Raiders, y'all. This is a daunting task for the Raiders, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a damn near must win. This is damn near must win, yo. I know it's week 2, and everybody's like, "Hey, wasted. Don't be the hyperbolic guy, man. You know, we don't come to you for that. We come to you for information, not affirmation." But I'm going to tell you right now, the numbers say different. We got to get this dub. 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 And see, Brandon Gable, worst decision in 20 years to start Minshew. He's a fine backup. But what a wow with the language early in the morning, Brandon Gable. What the F is wrong with you? This is a PG show. Daytime, Brandon. The F is wrong with you. But I'm going to tell you something, Brandon. I disagree, bro. I disagree. They went with the mobile guy. I was an Aiden O'Connell supporter, but in their infinite wisdom, I support the decision that they made. The season is not over, and it's week 2. It's not a mistake yet. Now, if he careens off the cliff today, if it careens off the cliff today, my brother, I might be online with you, Brandon Gable, but you got to watch your effing mouth. The F is wrong with you. GOM is repping Raider Nation all the way from Northern Ireland. Irish eyes are smiling. Shout out to my guy, man. Yeah, DeMarcus, what the F is wrong with this guy? Early. The F is wrong with you, man. But look, bro, y'all got to understand something. You can't play musical chairs at quarterback, bro. You can't. They thought in their infinite wisdom they were going to go with the more experienced hand, and it's okay, man. Cussing early in this on the Lord's Day. The F is wrong with you, Luis Calderon. My dog. Bro, I hate when people are already accepting an L when the game is still to be played. Me too, bro. Me too. The F is wrong with you guys. My guy. VL forever gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships to the masses. My brother, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. We got almost 200 in the room, man. Yeah. I'm up, man. I'm up, brother. I am up. Any given effing Sunday. Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday. Somebody is in the chat. Trolly McTroll-a-lot is here, guys. Good morning. He says the Raiders are garbage. No, we got to man. So you came all the way over to my chat to say that to me, man.
Shut your lame ass.
Shut your lame ass up, man. Listen, you can sit back and watch greatness in the flesh, man. Chill. F out of here with that nonsense. But guys, look, we got to really get into it, man. Now, the Raiders, man, they have a daunting task, guys. They have a daunting task. I won't sit up here and blow smoke up you guys' asses about this. I am not, in pause if necessary, I'm not going to do that to y'all, bro. I'm not doing it to y'all. I'm not going to come in here and act like, yo, this is, some nonsense. This game, bro, is it's going to be a tough one, y'all. This is going to be a freaking tough one, y'all. This is going to be a tough one. And look, man, we got to really, really get into the numbers, man. I'm pulling some numbers up now. I had some stuff written down. I took some notes before this game, and the Baltimore Ravens are 0-1. They're favored by 8.5. The Raiders are 0-1 as well. And look, man, this is a game everybody's got to have. Now, when you start talking about, from a gambling perspective, and we'll get into that, the Ravens pick against the spread is 8.5. The over-under is 41 points. Some people are predicting, the money line prediction is Ravens 25, Raiders 14, right? But we got to get into this. The Las Vegas owns a 3-2 record against Baltimore in our last 5 matchups. Vegas has been outscored by 19 points in the last 5 tilts versus Baltimore. And look, man, Baltimore has completed an 11-6 against the spread record last year. The Ravens had 1 win against the spread. They were 1-1 with with an 8.5 point favorite or more last time. Baltimore's games went over the point total 17 times last year. So Baltimore they've been high scorers, man. The Ravens have won 11 of their last 14 games. They were listed as the money line favorite. They have a 78.6% winnage percentage when they were the money line favorite. Baltimore has played as a money line favorite, probably just 2 times in the last season. And the Ravens have almost an 80% chance of winning when you start talking about the money line's implied probability, right? So some of the Ravens stats from last year, they were ranked 21st in passing yards. They had went for 213 yards a game last year passing. They were number 1 in rushing yards, 156.5 a game. They were 4th in points scored last year, 28.4. And passing yards against the Ravens, they were 6th, a little under 200. Rushing yards against the Ravens, 14th. And points allowed, number 1. They only allowed 16.5. So this is a daunting task, man. In 16 games played last year, Lamar Jackson totaled almost 4,000 yards last year. 7 interceptions, completing 67.2% of his passes, was league MVP last year. And on the ground, Jackson added another 5 rushing touchdowns and 821 rushing yards, man. So it's gonna be a daunting task. My guy, Bryce B, is in a freaking place to be, man. Good morning, family. Ailing wasted. Morning, Raider Nation. Pause. If you're not a part of the nation, bounce out too. And that's a fact, brother. I don't need anybody. Thank you, man, for the $20 holler, man, supporting this effing channel, brother. Supporting this effing channel, man. Supporting this channel. My guy, Hammering Raider Hank. I'm telling you, I believe we will get an upset over the Crows and smear the W all over the media. Bro, normally when you see one team that gets picked unanimously, they normally lose, bro. I'm going to tell you, look, we're going to go and talk about the 1 o'clock game caveat. My guy ARB, Wasted, get off my lawn game. It's going to be a dog. That's right. It's going to be a dog fight. The F out of here. My guy Mackie. My son's in there right now. His GPA, his grandpa a Ravens fan. We live in PA. I refuse to watch a bad product. But the kid has felt my pain quite yet. Even though they've sucked his whole 14 years of life. Mackie, it's cool, bro. It's cool. Look, bro, I can't get mad at you for taking that stance, my brother. But it is kind of early in the season to take that chance. I'm going to be honest with you. Yo, thank you, brother, for the $10 holler, man. Was supposed to say polls, King Waste? Oh, it's all good, my brother. It's all good, man. I just wanted to read it as you typed it, my brother. Appreciate you for the $10 holler, bro. Yo, Raider Drew, the O-line needs to step up. The fans, we can trust them no matter what. That's a fact, bro. That is a fact. It's going to be a miracle keeping, Henry below 120. Now, see, this is the thing, man. Derrick Henry has averaged 68.6 rushing yards through the last 17 games. So this isn't the same Derrick Henry that we've seen traditionally. You know what I mean? And the Titans had ranked 2nd in rushing yards last season. Now, Derrick Henry did score a lot of rushing touchdowns, man. I'm gonna be really, really honest with you, man. This Ravens defense, great. But this is the thing about Derrick Henry, and this is the reason why I don't know if Derrick Henry, and I think the Ravens are probably going to lean in the run this game, but they got to make a decision who's going to kill us, right? Because I don't see the Ravens bringing Derrick Henry there to take the ball out of the league MVP's hands. But Derrick Henry to get off, Derrick Henry's not the kind of running back that you can get a ball to and he just takes off and scores, big chunks of runs. He's an accumulative guy. He's a big running back. He wears the defense down. You got to continue to give Derrick Henry the football. And what winds up happening is there are other times where they give him the ball and then they go away from him because they have a lot of talent. They keep the ball in Lamar's hands. And this is something that we must monitor over the season. I think Derrick Henry probably would have been a better fit with us because he's not going to get the same featured back treatment that he's used to in with the Titans. I think this was a move for him to go to a winning organization, but he has to realize something. If you are in the house and you are playing with Lamar Jackson is the one who stirs the drink. Then now you have a lot of 12 personnel settings. They want to get Mark Andrews going early and often. They want to get Isaiah Likely going early and often. Right now, our linebackers and Nate Hobbs and guys like that have got to step up today. They've got to step up today, man. Yeah, man, my guy AC Ybarra, can we give us West Coast Raider fans some love? We are going to shock the world. You damn real, bro. Shout out to y'all. I know you guys are up early, man. The game is at 1 today. We got to get rocking and rolling. We got to get cooking. We got to get cooking. Now, see, look, this is the thing, Bryce. He averaged 1,000 yards when he was the feature guy, right? Here in Baltimore, I don't know if that's going to happen as much. I don't know. I got to see what it looks like this week. Last week, it looked like they weren't committed to running the football with him all the time, right? Now, this is the thing for me, right? It's 17 games, right? So the metric of 1,000 yards doesn't mean the same thing as it used to. It's a whole extra game, bro. But the Raiders' run defense has been, kind of porous on paper. And I think it's going to be tested this game. So today, this is a John Jenkins special, man. Gap integrity, bro. Gap integrity, man. This game is going to come down to those big men up front. Like every football game, and for the most part, these games are won up front. These games are won up front. Now, listen, we're going to get into some of the Raiders numbers. The Raiders stats last year, passing yards, ranked 23rd. Rushing yards, ranked 30th last year, which is crazy. Points scored, ranked 23. Rushing yards against, 21st. Points allowed, 9th. Right? So this was an amalgamation of the AP experience with the Josh McDaniels experience. I think it would have looked a lot better if AP were the guy the whole year. Now, last year, Minshew played for the Colts. He averaged 6.7 passing yards per attempt, 23rd in the NFL, and 206 passing yards a game last season, completing 62.2% of his passes. He passed for 3,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, 9 picks in 16 games. He put the ball on the floor a lot last year. Gardner Minshew has to take care of the football today. He has to take care of the football today, man. On the ground, Minshew added 3 touchdowns and 100 yards. Devontae Adams put together a pretty nice season last year, 1,100 yards, man, 103 receptions, 10th in the NFL, 8 TDs, played 17 games, 175 targets, 6.1 yards a catch. And look, man, the defense last year, Max Crosby had 14 and a half sacks. He went nuts last year, 23 tackles for loss. We're going to need that this game, man. He was also ranked 6th in NFL sacks. He's healthy this year. I want to see, Max Crosby kind of get off today, man. Christian Wilkins had 63 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 2 passes defended last year, and 9 sacks. Christian Wilkins was an absolute monster up front. This has to be a Christian Wilkins and John Jenkins special today. We have almost 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're just going. We're going nuts with these going nuts with all of these this data here. Nuts with all of this data, man. I don't know if you guys love this, but this is what we got to give you guys, man. This is what the F we got to give you when you come here to Raider Nation Unlimited early in this morning. A day that the Lord has made. It's a day that the Lord has made, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to all my peoples, man. Yo, my guy, Mackey, I want to see Minshew with 4 or 5 wide receiver sets. Let's make some quick reads and get rid of the ball. Let's make our playmakers make plays, man. Let me get into this chat, man. My guy, DDC, this game will come down to coaching. We can contain Lamar Jackson. We will have a chance, move the ball, be efficient on third downs in the red zone, and we will win. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. The way that you beat the Ravens is to make Lamar Jackson stay in the pocket. If Lamar Jackson is running all over the place, you don't got a shot. You don't have a shot. If Derrick Henry gets going and rolling, you don't have a shot. This is a John Jenkins. This is a Christian Wilkins. This is a Max Crosby. Robinson, listen, whoever you want to talk about, this is a defensive line special. We said this will be a defensive-led team. None other than this game. None other than this game, man. This right here is going to be, man. It's going to be huge, man. It is going to be huge, man. And then also, look, man, all you guys. Now, I'm going to break this Raider game down. We're going to get into the fantasy and the betting stuff, but just from a betting standpoint, guys, we have, and a lot of times I hate to do this, man, but the National Football League has a situation where we got to start looking into who the referee is and how they call this game. Now, the head referee for today's game is Trey Blake, man. Now, Trey Blake was elevated to the position of NFL referee when Tony Corrente retired in 2022. This made him one of 8 African-American NFL officials to hold this rank during his career before he got the promotion. And Blake, has been a field judge, umpire, and everything like that. Now, this is the thing about Blake, guys. Trey Blake has been assigned to the Raiders-Ravens game, and the Raiders are 0-3 when he has officiated, and the Ravens are 2-0 with him. So I'm posting that for the purposes of information, how daunting of a task this win is going to be today. This, man, I'm telling you, man, this is a daunting task. And then we're going to get into, some of the numbers. When you're making predictions, you start talking about 1 o'clock games, right? So since 2005, the Western team traveling has been 22-10 at a 68.8% win percentage rating in the Mountain Time Zone. The Central Time Zone, Western teams playing at 1 p.m. are 37-44 with a 45% winning percentage. And in the Eastern Time Zone, they're 44-57. The against the spread time zone gets progressively worse as they go east. And the Raiders are the worst team in the NFL playing at 1 o'clock games, man. So this is telling you right now, bang Zoom, everybody. Bang Zoom. But this is one of the biggest reasons why we went out there and got Christian Wilkins. And to be honest with you, I'm putting the onus on this game, putting this on Max. Max Crosby banged the table. He banged the table for his coach. He banged the table for his coach, man. He wanted to bring Antonio Pierce here as the head coach. This is what this man wanted. He went and he held the organization hostage, right? It's time to deliver, Max. Time to deliver, my brother. This is a Max Crosby effing special, man. A Max Crosby special, effing. Sick of this nonsense, man. It's a Max Crosby special. When they hear this nonsense from nobody, man. Now listen, I'm going to tell you some ways that the Raiders could win this game, guys. The Ravens offensive line has a lot of names. They have a lot of names, but I am not sure that they have gelled together as a unit. The Ravens offensive line, man, has been looking pretty damn bad. The offensive line was 25th in the league last year, and they lost 3 starters from last year. Baltimore was an NFL best 4-0 against the spread after a loss. Jackson will have a harder time running up the scores like he did with such little protection. And we saw that last week against Kansas City, right? Now, I think if the Raiders are smart, Patrick Graham is smart, they will look at some of the things that Kansas City did up front last week. I'm telling you right now, man. They need to start looking at some of the things that they did up front with Chris Jones because we do have similar talent up front, man. Similar talent up front. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Let's get back to this chat, man. Yeah, we're talking West Coast. I'm from the Eastern Time Zone, my brother. Yeah, but my guy, DeMarcus Webb, the DEs have to contain and not over pursue past Lamar, creating running lanes on the boundary. And that's a fact. And they also need to have the proper spy on Lamar Jackson. And his name is Isaiah Palmel. That is the guy that is he is the guy that has the athletic ability and the speed to try to contain this guy from going nuts, man. I mean, listen, Lamar Jackson is every bit of the electric dog that we've seen like none other in this league, man. Lamar Jackson is look, man, he is a baller, man. He is a baller, man. And I can't say, listen, I can't say it enough. The guy's a baller, man. This is going to be a daunting task, man. This is going to be a freaking daunting task, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. What's your call on the over and under with the Raiders with offensive TDs today, man? Look, man, I'm going to be 100% with you. I would take the under. If I see the Raiders winning this game from defensive touchdowns, man. I see us winning this game, in an unconventional way. I see, Lamar Jackson has been a turnover machine. I see this defense carrying us to victories. And I'm going to go out there on the limb. I say that the Raiders score at least one touchdown on defense today. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not really worried about Rashad Bateman, man. I'm not worried about Rashad Bateman torching us because Lamar Jackson has been wildly inaccurate. Wildly inaccurate. Shout out to my guy Shalid, man, gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships, my brother. Appreciate you, bro, for making the Wasted Talent Army grow and grow and grow. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I am not scared of Rashad Bateman, bro. I am not scared of Rashad Bateman. I'm sorry, bro. I am not scared of Rashad Bateman, not one freaking bit. No, I'm not scared of Rashad. I mean, are you guys? Why should we be? I am not, and I don't want to talk trash for the game. I'm telling you, man. My guy, Egalitarian, on the way to the game now. Shout out to you, my brother. Yo, congratulations to the newest members, too, man. We got almost 400 in the room, yo. Now, guys, we can look at numbers and we can look at style of play, right? Yeah, Lamar Jackson passed 67.7%. He looks like he's super accurate, right? This is him dumping the ball. I'm talking about when he has to throw the ball downfield. Lamar Jackson's ball placement is some of the worst I've seen. He never sets his feet. He often overthrows receivers, and the only time he's successful is when the guy's wide open and he created that kind of passing lane with his feet. Lamar Jackson is a guy that you have to keep in the pocket. If you can keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket, I'm telling you, and make him force his rushes, clog up those rush lanes, big time. This I'm telling you right now, the Raiders need to probably rush 4 and drop 7 at times once Lamar Jackson starts getting loose with the pass. But in the beginning of the game, we should have a full. We should load the box, up. Just worry about defending the run, man coverage on the outside. My God, salute. We need to push Lamar to the short side of the field and use the sideline to our advantage. Hard fought win today. I'm telling you right now. Look, that's the way I'm looking at it. My guy, Tracy Corbett. Lamar about to cook y'all. Get the F out of here. Get the F out of my chat with that nonsense. I want to see all of the. I want all the smoke today. Win, lose, or draw. This the thing. If we win this game, I want everybody coming here talking all of that shit to keep that same energy. And if we lose, listen, it ain't like I've never seen this team lose games. I can take it. Hear that effing. Yo, now this Mackie ENT, I was about to get into that. No slot. Rookie Wiggins is out today, man. Wiggins is out today. This is now, see, this is a Trey Tucker special on offense. A Trey Tucker special. Oh my God, it's a Trey Tucker special. Big time, yo. Trey Tucker special. Man, oh man, yo. Yeah, man. But listen, man. When you start going into this action, man, we have to get into, Derrick Henry, right? Now, Derrick Henry on his debut had 13 touches for 46 yards, man, and a touchdown. It's not a bad game, but he didn't make his presence felt. And we got to make sure that he doesn't make his presence felt against us, man. Some people are saying that Derrick Henry's going to go off. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think this Raider defense is a little more game than people think, man. We are a lot more. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think the Ravens have really had, that kind of dominant defensive stance in a while, man. But yo, my guy Joe Nation 94 wasted. The O line will make or break us this year, yeah, man. The O line, yo, listen, we this week have got to. If this O line is not working, we need to bring some more jumbo packages, and we might have to make a change on the offensive line in real time. It might be time for them to put in DJ Glaze. It might be time for them to go out there and whatever guard is ineffective to sit them down. But what we can't have happen this week, yo, we can't have Andre James getting dominated. Justin Matabuke is a beast. He's a beast. And Andre James struggles with pressure up front. We got over 405 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted, man. And that's the thing. Yo, Francis Mora. It doesn't matter which quarterback we have. If the O-line doesn't show up, we're in for a long game, bro. Tell you right now. It's only a Trey Tucker special if Gardner has time to get him the ball. And that's right, Marv. That's right. Yo, my guy, Van City Raider, wasted. I have Jerome Ford from the Brownies on the bench with Josh Jacobs and Derrick Henry started. Do I start Ford over these guys? Now, look, we're going to transition into a little of this fantasy football stuff, guys. We're going to transition into a little fantasy football. We'll bring it back to the Raiders a little later. Guys, let me ask you guys a question, man. Are you guys okay with us switching over to some fantasy football? Are you guys all right for us switching over to a little fantasy, y'all? I'm asking for the masses. I just don't want to do this, and you guys want to talk Raiders. What do we want to do? We doing some fantasy, or what are we doing, yo? What are we doing? All right, do a little fantasy. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Ford is a no-go for me. Ford is a no-go. The Browns offense has been atrocious. I would start Josh Jacobs. And I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, being that you're a Raider fan, Van City, you know what I mean? Derrick Henry does have really good odds, if I'm taking my bias out of it, to have a big game against this Raider defense, yo. So it's up to you, man. If you can play fantasy football with your heart and not your mind, then you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you. You definitely would want to look at starting Derrick Henry. If I'm being 100% honest. Me, I can't do it, man. F him. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Look, see, the Brown led the league last year and 3 and outs. You know what I mean? And even with the loss of week 1, they were at 50%, man. The 5th highest. I don't know, man. I don't. This Browns offense has been looking bad, man. Watson has been looking terrible, man. He really has, man. And Jerry Jeudy is not a guy that's been getting open. He's not been getting open. He hasn't been playing well. I'm telling you right now, man. Just, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, like your life depended on it, man. Wasted is too right to say that. Bro, I always agree with Kenny about that. DeMarcus Webb, listen, shout out to Kenny, man. I don't know where he been hiding at, bro. But, I've always agreed with him about Andre James. I've always agreed with him, bro. I do. The thing with me is when they drafted Jackson Powers Johnson, I was like, great, but then it was like it's too late because they had already gave him all of that money. Look, man, Andre James, I am not a huge Andre James fan, bro. My guy Luis Calderon. Rashee Rice cooked last week against the Raven D. I expect the same from Tay today. I will hope so. The thing about it is that you guys got to understand something. The way the refs officiate the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, they look better than they are because they never call holding against that line. Those guys are able to hold indiscriminately. I do not expect the same grace from the refs this week. Shout out, we got a new member of the channel. The Fly Wonderful Silky Smooth became a member of the channel. Appreciate you, Silky. Thank you for joining the Wasted Talent Army, yo. Appreciate you, yo. Do you think Jefferson will get his points against San Francisco? Yes, I do. Look, the one thing you could take to the bank is Justin Jefferson, man. I think if you're starting Justin Jefferson, you got to leave him in that starting position, man. You have to leave him in that starting position, man. Yeah, Marvin Lewis said he got caught up by Steve Smith. He's not that guy. That's all right, yo. Choose one: Jacobs or Rasheed White. Uh, are you talking about White from which R right are we talking about? Which R right are we talking about, Roy Sykes? Give me you got to give me from what team? You talk about the kid from Tampa Bay. Who are we talking about, bro? Is CMC done? Well, he's not done for the year, but they put him on an IR for 4 games. So you got to sit him and stash him, brother. Oh, from the Bucks. So let's pull up some numbers, man. Let's pull up some fantasy numbers, man. Let's pull up some numbers, man. We don't want to just be going off the top of the dome, man. That's not what we want to do, yo. I'm about to pull it up right now, man. Some fantasy rankings. You know what I'm saying? Is this a PPR league, non-PPR league? What are we dealing with? What are we dealing with? It's PPR league. You got to give me more information too, man. They talk about CMC missing at least 6 weeks. PPR league, Roy Sykes. All right, we got you, bro. Rashad White. Rashad White, man. We're gonna pull up some of his numbers from last year, man. This guy's been a beast for the Buccaneers, man. He is the straw that's been stirring the drink for them, man. Now, last week he had 15 attempts, 31 yards, 6 receptions. So he has a lot of PPR value. Last year, 72 attempts, 990 yards, 6 tuds. I'm gonna be real with you. In the PPR league, I'm gonna go with White because he's going to get a lot. Baker Mayfield tends to check down to his running back a lot. He's going to get you points in the receiving game as well as the rushing game. You know, with Josh Jacobs, I'm gonna be honest with you. Out there in Green Bay with a backup quarterback, it could get ugly for Green Bay out there on the ground. Tank Dell to JMO. I'm going Tank Dell. I'm going Tank Dell 100 times out of 100, man. I'm going Tank Dell. Tank Dell is one of them guys, man. Where let me tell you something, man. That kid, man. Hold on, let me pull up JMO's stats here, man. Let me pull up JMO's stats, man. Jameson Williams, you know, is really the second receiver, and I know a lot of people will say to me, "Hey, wasted man, you're tripping, yo." But we got to start looking at matchups here. So when we start talking about JMO has been hurt a lot of his career, man. He's been hurt. You know, this current season, man, he had 121 yards last week. He went nuts. Last year, he had 354 yards, 2 tuds last year. Tank Dell is a kid, man, that I really believe that he is the favorite target of CJ Stroud. He is the favorite target of CJ Stroud, man. Stroud has 3 great look, and I understand that. I understand that, bro. I understand that Stroud has 3 great receivers, but I'm going to tell you something. We got to start looking at the matchups. We got to look at the matchups, right? Now, let's look at who Detroit is playing this week. Let's look at who Detroit's playing this week, man. So I got to get all my numbers up really quickly, man. So Anthony Richardson or Jaden Daniels. I'm going Anthony Richardson, man. I'm going Anthony Richardson, man. Jaden Daniels is a rookie. You know, Jaden Daniels is playing against the New York Giants, though. It's tough, man. That is tough, man. That is tough. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You going JMO over there? So we got to look at who Detroit is playing this week. We got to look at who Detroit is playing this week. Detroit is playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. You know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit, that's a huge matchup right there. It's a huge matchup right there. I am tweaking, yo. And they're on the road in Detroit. I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. I messed up. Tank Dell is the man, but J-Mo is looking good, yo. I'm sorry, bro. Part yourself, Roy. Part yourself. You got to take Jameson Williams, bro. They're at home versus Tampa Bay. You got to, bro. You definitely have to, man. Bowers and Mark, and then you got to go Brock Bowers, man. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Raider fan. Brock Bowers is going to be our second option. Bowers over Andrews 100 times. Isaiah Likely is probably going to get more targets than Mark Andrews. Definitely, man. Definitely, yo. It's been a minute. Silky Smooth is back in the building. Yo, appreciate you, yo. Yo, listen, my bad on that J-Mo Tank Dell thing, man. My bad, man. So let me go scroll up, man. We got some more. You guys get some more questions in here too, man. This chat is moving so fast. Early in the morning, bro. We got we got 400 in a room. Damn, man. Jeez, man. Yo, shout out to y'all for showing up and showing out early this damn morning, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, listen, I'm taking Anthony Richardson over Jaden Daniels, bro. Now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Until Jaden Daniels proves otherwise to me, man, that he can throw the ball down the field as a rookie. You know, this Giant defense has not looked the best, but they're no pushovers. Divisional matchup, tough matchup. I'm going to go with Anthony Richardson, man. Anthony Richardson look like he is going to have a fantasy coming out party this year. I really do. I'm going to go with the second-year player over the good-looking young rook, man. Brock Bowers. Yeah, wildin'. Yeah, J-Mo's dealing with an ankle injury, and that's part of the reason why I'm going to be honest with you. That's part of the reason why I took Tank Dell. But you know what? Players in the National Football League play through injuries. If he's playing and Jameson Williams on the field, he's the number 2 option. He's the number 2 option. And when you start talking about fantasy quarterback rankings, you know, the quarterback out there in Detroit, Jared Goff, is a fantasy sleeper, man. This guy has averaged 35 fantasy points, man. This guy is a top 10 fantasy quarterback, bro. They're gonna be throwing that ball around. You know, you got Ben Johnson out there, bro. You got to go with J-Mo, man. I'm sorry for not overthinking that more, man. That's on me, guys. Christian Kirk over Alan Lazard. I would definitely start Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is a number 1 receiver down there, pretty much. For some reason, Trevor Lawrence targets Christian Kirk a lot down there. So my strategy to fantasy football is always targets. Who's going to get the ball and the opportunities to make plays more? And Christian Kirk will get more targets than Alan Lazard. 100%, man. Yeah, AR-15 is going to ball out, man. AR-15 is a guy that, for me and my fantasy rankings, bro, he is a guy that look, man. Yo, he is a guy that is probably ranked right. He's ranked 6th in my fantasy rankings. His projection for this week is 19.8 at quarterback in a non-PPR league. In a PPR league, he's still ranked 5th. Now, this is the thing, man. You know, a lot of people are very bullish on Jaden Daniels. They're very bullish on Jaden Daniels. And the thing is, man, going up against that Giant defense, there are a lot of people who are looking at him and they're thinking that he's going to go nuts. But look, you gotta kind of temper your expectations in fantasy football with rookies. You do. I think that when you start dealing with rookies, and when we look at Anthony Richardson, he's essentially a rookie, but he had a lot of time in the offseason to get prepared. I'm never bullish on rookies. I'm never bullish on rookies, man. Yo, my guy Lawrence E is going to be in the place to be. Who's ever in the chat who's going to be at the Baltimore game, y'all do some fellowship. You guys link. Everybody have a good time down at the game, man. No, I do not think we should try to trade for Hassan Reddick. We got too many people to pay. We don't need that kind of a one-dimensional kind of player here that wants to get paid big-time money. This is the reason why he's having a problem with the Jets. I don't want to bring a malcontent into the organization. I like what the Raiders did with chasing, bringing a guy that's got a high ceiling, that hasn't had high production on the cheap, bring him in, see if we can coach the kid up and get him rolling. Chuba or Zeus? I'm going Zeus, bro. I'm going Zeus all day long. I think Zeus is going to have a breakout game today. If the Raiders are going to win this game, Zeus is going to have a breakout game, man. My guy Campbell Raiders is out here. Nah, bro, you going trouble, bro? I'm going Zamir White, bro. I'm going, and that is not my Raider bias talking. I'm going Zamir freaking White. I think Zamir White gets over it, and that's my bold take. I think Zamir White goes for over 120 yards today. Drake London and Chris Godwin. I'm gonna have to go Godwin, yo. I'm gonna have to go Godwin, man. Godwin is the number 2 receiver. You know, Mike Evans always eats, but Baker Mayfield has been cooking, man. Baker Mayfield has been looking great. That's going to be a shootout down there. I am definitely going to go with Godwin, bro. Yes, Jason Marshall. Zeus was primed to break out. If Zeus didn't fumble that football, I think he would have tore the top off of that game last week. He showed some explosive runs. You saw every bit of that 4.4 speed and power last week. Yo, Marvin Lewis. Yes, 120 yards. Yes. Isaiah Likely or Sam Laporta. I'm going Sam Laporta, bro. Going Sam Laporta all day, every day, 24/7. Sam Laporta is just a guy. He has a more accurate quarterback. He's going to get targeted more. See, the thing with Likely has to split his targets with Mark Andrews. I'm definitely going Sam Laporta, man. That's right. Very, very opinionated. I'm sorry, man. Okay, wasted. Would you start Zeus over Jacobs or Henry? See, this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. Listen, bro. As a fantasy football guy, right? Do I think Zamir White's going to break? I mean, as a Raider fan and as a pundit of this team, do I think he's going to break out? Yeah, but when we're talking money and you're talking about the likelihood, you would probably want to go with those other 2 guys. They're more proven guys if you're talking fantasy football, bro. Fantasy football and my analysis on this team are kind of 2 totally different things in a sense, bro. Stroud or Jaden Daniels? I'm going CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud all day, every day. CJ Stroud has just been kind of very, very consistent throughout his NFL career. We don't know what Jaden Daniels is just yet. We don't know what Jaden Daniels is. You know what you're getting with CJ Stroud at this point. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be a similar kind of a player, maybe even a better player, right? But it's his second game in the league. I'm as a fantasy guy, I'm staying away from the second game, and I'm going with the guy who won, a Rookie of the Year last year, man. Peace to everybody in the chat, man. It's almost 500 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wakey, man. Yeah, that's right, man. Look, man. That's right. We ain't here for the BS. CJ Stroud looked good last week. Richardson not bad either. Yes, Matt. These are 2 guys that you have. If you have a CJ Stroud in your roster, you have one of the top end starting quarterbacks as far as fantasy goes, man. You have one of the top end starting fantasy quarterbacks, man. There are a lot of people that are sitting up here and they got, Jaden Daniels ranked over him in the rankings. CJ Stroud, I'm telling you right now, man, there's almost, you're going to get consistency out of CJ Stroud. I think with some of these rookies, you are going to get ebbs and flows with these guys. Stroud and Daniels are no-brainer. It's not, because I'm telling you, when you start looking at some of these fantasy rankings, these guys get very hyperbolic. They see 1 week and they see the New York Giants and they're just lining it up. But the difference is you're talking about a rookie, you're talking about a divisional matchup, and you're talking about a guy in CJ Stroud who has just been super consistent. When I play fantasy football, I go with consistency and history over these boom or bust guys. And that's why I win a lot in fantasy football. I play a flex so I can have 2 starting QBs. Jaden Daniels and Geno Smith. I'm stacked on running backs. Oh, that's beautiful. I love when you can use your quarterback as a flex, man. Those are a lot of cheap points, man. Ricky Garcia. We should be looking at how Miami does without a QB. That should tell us if our offensive coordinator is any good. I mean, bro, it's just 2 different rosters and 2 different teams, bro. 2 different rosters, 2 different teams. And I'm going to be honest with you, Mike McDaniels is one of the brightest minds in professional football. He really is. I'm not expecting for Luke Getsy to be anywhere close to what Mike McDaniels is. I'm not. We're a different team than they are. Do you think A.J. Brown plays on Monday night? My backup is Rashid Shaheed. So we got to look at the injury report, bro. We got to look at the injury report, man. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a hamstring injury, man. And it's concerning because this is something that's been a lingering issue for him, man. It's been a lingering issue for him. Um, there's really no reason early for him to get out there and play, man. The Eagles have had some extra time to get ready because it's a Monday night football game and everything like that. But he's still on the injury report Friday afternoon, and he was listed as questionable. Now, he probably will play, but are you going to get the best out of A.J. Brown, especially with the fact that they have other options on that offense? I probably would start Rashid Shaheed because at least you're going to get a healthier player, and you're not going to have to deal with that late night Monday night football where he doesn't play. Because what are your options then? Do you have anyone else that you can play? Because now you're relegating yourself to if AJ Brown, doesn't play. Now you have to scan the waiver wires. You might have to drop a player you don't want to. I'm going to go with the sure thing and a healthier player at that point. I got Dobbins or Jacobs, but Malik Willis as starting QB. I think they stack the box and take Jacobs away. I do too. I would probably roll with J.K. Dobbins, man. When you're talking about a Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh ran offense, you're going to get a heavy, heavy dose of touches and runs. J.K. Dobbins is looking healthy. Take advantage of his early season health. He is an injury guy. He's always been an injured guy. But J.K. Dobbins is one of those guys where you ride the lightning until probably in the middle of the season he goes down. And Jason Marshall just said it right there. It's no practice Saturday. He's not playing. Use your backup. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. A.J. Brown could possibly play. It's probably going to be a game time decision, right? But use your backup, man. 100%. 100%. If we lose today and barely beat Carolina next week, is it time to hit the panic button? No, it's never time to hit the panic button until it's time to hit the panic button. You got to look at the season in quadrants, right? You look at the first 4 games, you see where you are after that. And then once you move into the second quadrant of the season, that's probably what tells you where you're going to be. But listen, man, let's not project to Carolina. Let's worry about Baltimore right now. We got to go in there and we got to take care of our business versus Baltimore. Yo, shout out to Hammer. Good morning, Hammer. Good morning, man. Said nobody's glad that Tyree Wilson is hurt, bro. I'm definitely not. I wanted to see the kid. I wanted to see what we had in him. So if there's any value there, we can salvage him. I'm all for all of these guys that we draft, man. I want to be proven wrong about these guys. What do I think about CMC's injury? I mean, this has been kind of par for the course with CMC. It's been par for the course. He's been an injury-prone guy over his career. He really has. He's a great player, but he's an injury-prone guy, and that's not our problem in Raider Nation. You know, if you have him on your fantasy team, it sucks, man. Stash him. Stash him until he comes off. You know what I mean? But I think I think it's the CMC thing is going to go a lot longer than 4 weeks, man. You want my upset of the day? The Vikings and that stingy D upset the CMC less Niners today. Book it. Mackie ENT, man. Yo, do you guys need any gambling advice? Do you need any gambling advice, guys? Is there any gambling advice that needs to be had? What the F happened here, bro? Is there any gambling advice that we need right now, guys? Because listen, man, there's a lot going on today in Raider Nation, man, as far as some of the bets. You know, right now, the line is, you know, it was 10 and a half. It was 10 points. It moved to 8.5. It moved to 8.5, man. Shout out to Bet US, y'all. But yeah, the line has moved to 8.5. We got some nice little prop bets too, man. Touchdown scores. That's the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. We got some nice little prop bets, man. Cannon Hotep. Get the F out of here, Cannon. The F is wrong with you. That Ravens garbage in my chat. Shout out to my guy, Cannon, yo. Yo, this is my dog for real, yo. He said, my son yelling, go Raiders. That's right. That's right. That's right. He's a smart young man, Cannon. You've done well raising him. My brother Cannon Hotep in a place to be, yo. Yo, my upset of the day is the Raiders beating the damn Ravens today. Yo, my guy D Mitter. Peace wasted. Jersey in the building. Antonio Pierce, our head coach, but he's not running the show. Just go back and look at the pictures with him. Champ Kelly and Richard Seymour, look at his hands. Oh, D Mitter. Oh, man, here you go. Come on, bro. Get that. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. We ain't going to do that, bro. Let's be positive, yo. We are not doing that, D Mitter. Yo, we are not doing that, y'all. Jacoby Myers over 47 yards, book it. Jacoby Myers over 47 yards. Yeah, you got to book that right there, my brother. You book that. Got to book that, man. What about some of the picks on Bet US? Yo, we got it. Let's bring it up, man. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up, man. Bet US prop bets. I should have had this pulled up already, y'all. I should have had this pulled up already. I'm effing up, guys. You know your brother wasted with the damn technology, man. That is not my thing, man. Aaron Butler, Lamar, 300 plus passing, 40 yards rushing with 3 tuds. Aaron Butler, get the F out of here, bro. Hell no. The F are you talking about, man? Wasted. Give us 2 underused players that our offense didn't use last week that you think we should run this week. I mean, listen, traits. We don't have a lot of depth offensively. We really don't, right? Now, when you start looking at who we could use, bro, I think Harrison Bryant is a guy that we're gonna see, the Raiders bring in there because I think the Raiders might do some 13 personnel stuff this game. I think that the Raiders might line Brock Bowers up at like a slot receiver. They might use one of them guys as a fullback, for some max protection because we're having such problems with keeping our quarterback clean. So Harrison Bryant is a guy that I would see us using a little bit. And I'm gonna be 100% real with you, man. When you start talking about DJ Turner, man, DJ Turner is a guy that I think the Raiders should try to bring in. I think when they start spreading this team out, you want guys that are shifty guys that can kind of make things happen with their leg extend plays. DJ Turner is another guy that I think can give us some positive minutes, man, if you bring him in, man. Pay your bar tabs, everybody. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Wasted. Do I start Dax at the flex spot over King Henry? Yes. He's a quarterback, bro. Nobody touches the football more than a quarterback. And I think Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are going to roll today. I think they're going to do well. They're playing the Saints. The Saints have a pretty decent defense. They're playing against DC. But let me tell you something. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to show that they're going to be there at the end when you start talking about the NFC Championship picture. The Dallas Cowboys are going to roll today, man. I would definitely start, Dak Prescott. He's a quarterback, man. He has so many more chances to affect the outcome of a game than a running back. So definitely start the quarterback, man. 100%. Yo, Walt, I'm about to block you. Walt, you're about to get unceremoniously blocked. Amari Cooper and Najee Harris, you got to go with Najee Harris. They're going to run the football a lot. We haven't yet to see Deshaun Watson break out the season. Until I do, I'm staying away from Browns offensive players. Shout out to my guy Walt, yo. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, pause. Get the F out of here with your nonsense. Can't get right. The F is wrong with you. Jaden Daniels versus the Giants or Joe Burrow versus the Chiefs in fantasy. Burrow did. I would go Jaden Daniels versus the New York Giants. The likelihood that the New York Giants, this is a divisional matchup. This is their first time seeing Jaden Daniels, but the Kansas City Chiefs defense is for real. Joe Burrow does not look right physically. He looks like he's still hurt. And until I see Joe Burrow, and that's the same thing I'm saying about Deshaun Watson, I'm saying about Joe Burrow. Until I see Joe Burrow approach the level of play that he's played at, I can't sit up here and sell you on Joe Burrow. I'm going Jaden Daniels because he has more ways to affect the game with his, running. The kid scored 3 rushing touchdowns last week. Justin Fields or Kyler Murray? I'm going Kyler Murray. I'm going Kyler Murray 100 times out of 100, bro. Kyler Murray has been one of those guys in the National Football League that people don't realize how good Kyler Murray is when you start talking about fantasy. He's averaged probably 23.5 points a game as a starting fantasy quarterback, and this is a game where he could break out. I'm going Kyler Murray 100%. Jordan Mason and Derrick Henry. I'm going to be honest with you. I got to look, man. I have to look, man, because I don't have the numbers right up. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, the Macaulay going. Yo, I think the problem with Joe Burrow is him going full Macaulay Culkin, man. The inactives are out. The actives, yo, the Raiders game day injury report. Game day injury report. Actives and inactives, y'all. Actives and inactives. We got to go. I'm about to go to Twitter and find this so I can bring this up for you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I should have had this up. This is on me, man. I should have had this up already, man. The F is wrong with me. The F is wrong with me, man. Yeah, Dylan Labe, JPJ, and McAllister are inactive, man. Whew. I mean, look, Dylan, I'm going to be honest with you, man. When you start talking about Dylan, what has Dylan Labe done to earn any minutes on this team? You know, in preseason, he fumbled the ball. You know, this guy, like, we like Dylan Labe. We like the idea of Dylan Labe, but I don't think this is the game you play Dylan Labe. I think if you're gonna play Dylan Labe, you're gonna try something. You probably do it next week. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When you start talking about trying things out and trying to get creative, this is not the week to do that. Is when it comes to the roster. The guys that you're out there that are your starters, that you were depending on, that we were banking on, the Devontae Adams, yo, guys like that, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayers, Zamir White, all of these guys that we were banking on, it's time for them to earn their money. This is not a game where I want to see some rookie out there having his welcome to the NFL moment against the Baltimore Ravens defense, man. Sorry. I am sorry, man. Louis Caron. Can I get a bold prediction and a wasted word of the day? You will definitely get a wasted word of the day. But I gave my bold prediction. I got Zamir White going over 100 yards, over 120 yards this game. Book it. I got it happening, damn it. Wait, Red Nation Unlimited. Just remember, Mia's Lamar sliced that secondary up for 300 yards. I'll be back. No, he's not. Get the F out of here, Aaron Butler. I'll remember you. I'll remember you. It's not happening. My guy, Frank Polari, is in a place to be, man. Shout out to Frank, man. Shout out to Frank, man. Yo, we got an hour and a half till kickoff, man. We got an hour and a half to kill. We got 500 in the room, man. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Yo, I also have my guy, Jacorian Bennett, getting a pick today. Another bold take. I got my guy getting a pick. Now, our inactives for today, Tyree Wilson, Dylan Labe, DeCameron Richardson, Tyreek McAllister, Thomas Harper, Jackson Powers Johnson. So this is a who's who of Raider draft picks. It's unbelievable, y'all. A freaking who's who of Raider draft picks, man. Inactive today. Freaking unbelievable, man. It's freaking unfreaking believable, man. But look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is not the game that you're gonna play around. You don't play around with a game that's this important, putting the game in the hands of rookies, man. Yeah, I know Eddie Thompson. I'm slacking. I'm bugging, man. My bad, Eddie. My bad, man. 500 and counting. I'm slacking, man. Let me get up, man. Yo, been bad. Trey Tucker, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I can see that happening. Because listen, we have an injury for the Ravens in their secondary. This could be a Trey Tucker special, yo. Should you start Zamir White over Montgomery? Yes. Yes. Zamir White over Montgomery all day. Yeah, Eddie, I am definitely slacking. Yeah, Trey Tucker. Look, Trey Tucker was utilized last week. The thing that needs to be utilized is some more jumbo sets. And I'm going to tell you something. You can't have Andre James and Dylan Parham and Cody Whitehair getting bullied on that offensive line. It might be time to take Andrews Pete and put him at guard. He always plays better at guard anyway, man. Yo, Kyle Van Noy is out today too, man. Pay your bar tabs too. No, I'm gonna do the live after the game, free thinker. I'm doing a live after the game. Now, I don't normally do the live streams. That's not my thing. That's their thing, man. But I always go right after. What about Zamir White over Bucky Irvin? Book it. Zamir White over, and that's not Raider bias right there. Zamir White over Bucky Irvin. Wait, Kyle Van Noy is active? Hey, let's check out the Ravens inactives, yo. Baltimore Ravens inactives. I'm slacking, yo. I am slacking, yo. I got to get back into the groove. I got to get back into the groove of the season, man. I am effing up here, man. Active Sunday. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate you guys sitting in with your brother Wasted early this morning, man. I should have had this junk pulled up already. I'm having a problem finding it, though. I am having a problem finding it, man. Yo, get the F out of here, Ben Bad. Get the F out of here, man. Wait a minute, bro. I'm trying to find this junk on Twitter, man. Trying to find this junk, yo. Let me go on Twitter. You know me. I'm so into the Raiders algorithm. I can't, Wait a minute, yo. Baltimore Ravens. Okay, here we go. Adesanya Isaac is out today. Nate Wiggins is out. Kyle Van Noy is playing. Roquan Smith is playing. Like I just said before, DeCameron Richardson out. Tyree Wilson out. Jackson Powers Johnson out. Oh my God, man. It's ugly, man. Dylan Labe inactive. So our inactives for the Baltimore Ravens, Nate Wiggins, Bo Beret, TJ Tampa is out. Adesanya Isaac, Nick Simak, Salah Amavea Lalu is out. And Dantes Walker is out for the Baltimore Ravens. So those are the Ravens inactives, everybody. Those are the Ravens inactives. Let me pull that up on the screen for y'all. The Baltimore Ravens inactives, and F every single one of them, yo. F every single one of them, yo. Ruthless, put it up in the chat. Ruthless, put it up in the chat, man. Yo. Yeah, One Nation, wasting your boy. The show was great. I appreciate you, brother. That sounds like several cornerbacks, and this is the reason why Trey Tucker, this is a Trey Tucker special, baby. These are a lot of slot corners. A lot of slot corners are out today, baby. Yeah, One Nation. I would love to see what they're going to do with Amari Gaynor today. I would love to see, because, listen, what I want to see is the Raiders substitute guys a little bit more in that defense if we're going to be out on the field a lot. I want to see them. I know you try to ride them the guys to the wheels fall off. The guys that are your stars and your stud players, but they got to give some of these guys some grace and let them rest, because this is going to have to be a defensively won football game. I think for the Raiders to win, a key to victory is that we're going to have to score some points on defense. Points on defense. Aaron Butler, I salute you, bro. Yo, you must be a Ravens fan. I appreciate you for pulling up on your brother Wasted, my brother. Man, yo. Your substitutes help keep everybody rested, bro. If you're gonna be out there, yo, my God, Ira Jackson is in a place to be. Shout out to Ira Jackson, man. Walt is about to get unceremoniously blocked. Enough of this. Yo, Ray Lewis is out for this game. What the F is wrong with you guys, man? What is wrong? What is wrong with you guys, man? I'm trying to keep this thing on the rails, and you guys are derailing this show, man. I'm just gonna let you guys host the show.
That's a tutorial. This you know what the fuck you doing.
I'm saying that's what I'm gonna have to do. This is nonsense. Yeah. Oh my God, man. Would you play Tucker over Austin Eckler and flex in the standard league? No, because I think that Austin Eckler, if to me, as a Raider, am I hoping that Trey Tucker gets more touches and that he scores? Because I think there's an advantageous matchup. Yeah, but Austin Eckler is going to get starting level touches. You start Austin Eckler, man. Start Austin Eckler like your life depended on him, man. He's going to get so many touches today, man. You can't get right. Yeah. Yo, my God. The Raiders are winning today. We're going to shock the world. You damn right, man. Zamir White, AC Zamir White, like your life depended on it. Ira Jackson, the enforcer, is in a place. What is the deal, man? AOC might play today. He might not start, but he might finish the game in the second half. Nah, bro, I'm going to be honest. The Raiders can't play musical chairs with quarterback. I think unless Gardner Minshew goes down with an injury, I think that if the Raiders do make that switch, they're going to make that switch and they're going to do it. They're going to announce it. They're going to give whatever that starter is a week to prepare. And I think that's how they're going to go, and they're going to probably move forward with that starter for the rest of the season. It's too early to short circuit and pull the plug right now. I mean, Tommy E's probably going to play more. He hasn't had a lot of reps, man. These guys that we all excited about, these guys haven't had a lot of reps. They got to go out there and get them reps out there at special teams. I think there's more of a chance you see Amari Gaynor actually get some defensive snaps than Tommy Eichenberg, bro. Yeah, George Cortinez, you damn right. The Raiders' offensive line is the key to this victory today. And Captain Raiders 100%. It makes no difference who the QB is if that line is terrible. It makes zero difference. Zero difference. My God, Ira Jackson with the bomb. Gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships. Shout out to the enforcer, man. Appreciate my guy, Ira High Stakes Jackson, man, supporting the channel, bro. Everybody who got a membership through Ira Jackson, going out there, yo, say thank you to Ira Jackson. Appreciate you for making the Wasted Talent Army grow in droves, my brother. Every defense has a designated spot with man zone all day. And no all-zone backfield. Make Lamar inaccurate, throw him behind interception. And listen, this was what I was saying. This is a John Jenkins, Christian Wilkins, and Adam Butler special today. I'm going to tell you something right now. The only way you're going to beat the Ravens is relegate Lamar Jackson from beating you from the pocket. Stopping the run. That is at the top of the list today. The Raiders need to stack that box immediately during this game. Immediately. You cannot have a situation where Lamar Jackson is able to make you guess what he's going to do. If Lamar Jackson gets rolling on the ground, the Raiders have a problem. Now, the reason why I say that the Raiders definitely have to get a defensive touchdown is because Lamar Jackson is a turnover machine. He is a turnover machine. You're guaranteed, because of how much he's out there in the open, he becomes a ball carrier, that you're guaranteed that if you get a nice hit on him, he's going to put that ball on the ground eventually. Lamar Jackson fumbles a lot. A lot of times he gets the football back. But, yo, I'm telling you right now, for the Raiders to win this, the Raiders are going to have to get a defensive touchdown today. My guy, Ira Jackson, with another 10 Raider Nation Unlimited with Wasted Talent memberships. The Wasted Talent Army has just got even stronger, at ease. Thank you to the General, Ira Jackson, man. Appreciate you, my brother. My guy, JT Douglas. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You're damn right, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Ira Jackson with the bang. Boom. Shout out to Ira, man. Thank you, my brother, for supporting this damn channel, man. The turnover battle will decide this game. Listen, last year with the Colts, Gardner Minshew won against the Baltimore Ravens. Gardner Minshew has to play within inside himself, and at the very least, he needs to hold on to the football this game. You know, we talk about how, people say, he throws a lot of interceptions. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. What Gardner Minshew does is he fumbles the football a whole hell of a lot. He is a turnover machine. There are a lot of, I've seen other content creators say, he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. It doesn't matter. He still turns the damn football over. Like, for real, man. He turns the football over a lot, man. Wasted talent. Week 1 stats. 3 missed tackles. 118 passer rating allowed. 27.8 run defensive grade. And, Walt, thank you for reminding me. Now, I know that Antonio Pierce is trying to protect his player. He's saying that, we got 2 pretty good linebackers. We got 1 really good linebacker. Let me tell you something. This game, if Divine Diablo does not step up, they need to sit him down right now. We have to stop Derrick Henry. We can't have Divine Diablo chasing people down. He has to be meeting players at the football. Divine Diablo has to have a better game. He has to have a better game, man. It's unbelievable. My guy, PJ Houston, watching from a hospital bed after being unceremoniously dumped in here by a heart attack on Monday. Oh, my God. PJ Houston, man, shout out to you. I'm so glad that you're able to type after this heart attack. I'm glad that you made it through, my brother. Dog, speedy recovery, man, for real, PJ. Like, yo, man, trust me, that hits home because I've had some issues, in that area too, my brother. And dog, yo, shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you, man. God bless you, man. And I hope you make a speedy recovery, and I hope you continue to build upon your health, bro. Once you get out, make some changes, my bro. Matt Barracall, yeah, I put the inactives out a couple minutes ago, my brother. Put the inactives out. Now, I did the Ravens, Nate Wiggins, Boba Gray, TJ Tampa, Adesanya Isaac, Nick Samak, Salo, Amaveu, Lalu, and Dantes Walker are out for the Baltimore Sea Chickens or whatever the F they are, right? And then for our Raiders. For our Raiders, because we got to keep it in the Raider perspective here, my guy. For our Raiders, Tyree Wilson is out, Dylan Labe's out, DeCameron Richardson's out, Tyreek McAllister's out, which, I don't understand why they're not letting that kid return to football. Thomas Harper is out, Jackson Powers Johnson's out, and Ramel Kenton is out. So shout out to those guys, man. Those guys are inactive for today, man. Yeah, listen. Divine Diablo should be on notice. There's a lot of young, talented linebackers in his locker room. If Divine Diablo's having a bad football game, it is time to sit him down. And I hate saying this, man. My guy Estai, I hate to say this, analyzing Diablo on film, but I really think he's avoiding contact. And if that is true, we really need to see it from him. Wait, if that is true, we're really gonna see it from him going against Derrick. And it looks like he plays that Olay defense, bro. But you know what? If we do see it, it's time to sit his ass down. Oh, my guys, Silver and Black today, man. Shout out to my guys, man. Scott and Mo over there, Silver and Black today, man. Appreciate you guys for pulling up, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Guys over there doing their thing, man. JT Douglas, man. The Raiders need to start fast and a lot of luck. I mean, bro, more so than anything, I think the Raiders need to play under control, and I think who needs to start fast is his defense. We need to get that Baltimore Ravens offense off the field early and often. Now, offensively, we need to make sure that no matter what we're doing, when we get in the red zone, we're converting, we're scoring touchdowns, and we need for Daniel Carson to get back on the ranch and start making all of his field goals. The Raiders, to me, this is a game that is going to be won on the defensive side of the football. This is what kind of team that this Raider team is. When you start talking about the ebbs and the flows of a season, when we looked at this Raider roster, and I said it before, on the high end, the Raiders could win 9 to 10 football games. But this team is looking very 7 and 10-ish. This team is looking very 7 and 10-ish, very 6 and 11-ish. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you just because I'm a fan of this football team, and I'm going to be real with you guys. This is one of those games that if the Raiders feel like they're going to make a push to the playoffs and fly close to the sun, you have to get a win like this. You have to get a win versus a top-end Ravens football team. You have to get a win versus a team that is a juggernaut. You got to win one of these games. We have such a tough schedule. You have to beat good football teams. And we're playing good football teams every week, and the Ravens are right at the top of the list, man. Wasted, how do you enjoy watching the game? Yeah, man, I enjoy watching the game down in the den. My daughter's hanging out with me, going in and out, me listening to all the noise around me. In-laws drop past my house. But I always enjoy watching the game from the comfort of my own home, man. It's the best seat in the house. I was going to go to the Baltimore game, but I decided not to. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like traveling anywhere, man. I'm getting old. A lot of times I don't be wanting to leave the house, bro. I want to be around my family and be home, bro. The best game in the house. Now, I'm going to go to some games just basically because, look, we got to get out in the wild this season. But, yo, listen, man. Yeah, this game was one I was going to go to, and I'm like, Oh no, my guy Ty Davis was supposed to be at the game, but I'm stuck at home with a torn Achilles tendon, shaking my effing head. This sucks. Yo, I'm so sorry about that, Ty, man. Speedy recovery, bro. That sucks, bro. So, yo, on the Raider injury report, our guy Ty Davis is inactive. This just in, ladies and gentlemen. Ty Davis is inactive. Yeah, we can, but this is a winnable game for the Raiders, guys. This is a winnable game for the Raiders, man. We gotta keep that in mind. This is a winnable game for the Raiders, man. And I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. Do not sit up here and despair. Don't sit up here and say that the Raiders can't win this football game. This is a great defense. And let me tell you something, man. Lamar Jackson is beatable. Lamar Jackson is very, very wildly inaccurate. Now, you look at the numbers, you say, oh, he's 67% passer, and it looks great. But you have to look at how that's happening. Dump off balls and stuff like that. When he throws deep, Lamar Jackson's accurate. And he has some very talented pass catchers, and they make him look really good. But last week, Lamar Jackson lost that football game for them against the Kansas City Chiefs. He lost it from his inaccurate throws. So let me tell you something. The Raiders, they can go stack that box, slow down Derrick Henry, slow down Lamar Jackson, relegate Lamar Jackson to being a pocket passer, we can win this football game. I'm calling for, a defensive touchdown from this Raider team, man, to kind of make up the slack of what the offense isn't doing. And, I'm calling for 3 players to be benched if they're not playing well. Divine Diablo's at the top of the list. Dylan Parham is another guy at the top. If he's getting bullied around, it is time to sit Dylan Parham down. And listen, Daniel Carson has to be on his game. Daniel Carson was a little shaky last week, man. He was a little shaky, man. He was a little shaky. And even, the field goal he made did look like it was touch and go. Daniel Carson's got to get it back together, man. Realistically, do we score 20 points today? We have to. We have to. Bourbon, I think we can, but we have to score. I think the Raiders, the Raiders come out, they get an opening touchdown and get this offense rocking and rolling, and this offensive line gels. Yeah, I can see it scoring 20 points. See, the problem with this Raider offensive line, and we talked about this earlier this week, is that the Raiders have had an issue with the fact that they haven't had a lot of snaps together. The offensive lines have to have continuity, right? They haven't had a lot of snaps together. And the reason why I would make a change in the offensive line if it's atrocious during this game is because of the fact that they don't have that kind of continuity. So going forward, you develop that continuity with putting a younger player in that's a little bit more powerful, man. Put some pressure on him. He will make mistakes by running Lamar. Let's make him work for every yard. That's a fact, man. That is a fact, man. But Jackson Powers Johnson is not playing today. He's not. And really, to be honest with you, it's going to be rough. He's got to get some snaps. We got over 600 in the room. Get wasted what your brother wasted, man. He is accurate in zone, but man coverage, he sucks bad. And that this is what the Raiders are going to give him a heap and helping of. Patrick Graham a lot of times like to go to his 4-2-5, the sub packages, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think Patrick Graham is going to do his homework on Lamar Jackson and devise a hell of a scheme. Patrick Graham, I'm going to tell you something. This is one of those games that can get you a head coaching job, my brother. My guy, Matthew St. Cupertino. Just win, baby. Season starts today, 1-1. When it's all said and done. Raiders, we need to silence the negative fans' comments to excellence and not pessimists. It starts with us. That's a damn, shout out to my guy, man. Man, every time Matthew St. Cupertino comes in here, he cooks, man. Oh, I got to let the man cook. Oh, man, every time. Oh, shit. Andy is in a place to be, man. Shout out to my brother Andy, man. Realistically, I don't like the idea of rushing for and making Lamar a pocket passer. I think you attack Lamar the same way it took Herbert. The Raiders don't take what we're given. We take what we want. And, bro, I think it has to be a mix of that, Andy. I think at first you have to stack the box and you got to go after Lamar Jackson and shut this run game down. But as the game persists and when you start getting to the second half and the third half and, the Raiders can get them behind the sticks a little bit, then that is when you make Lamar Jackson a pocket passer and start getting him to turn that football over, man. Shout out to my brother Andy, man. Andy, man, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna call you, but Andy, after the game, I do my post game show. Andy, would you like to pull up on a post game show, man? Talk a little shit with the nation, bro. Andy, would you like to pull up on a post game show right after the game? Andy, pull up on me, bro. Let's break this game down, bro. Break the game down, brother. But hey, yeah, yo, look, they miss Andy. Yo, guys, we might get an Andy. I'm gonna text Andy. We might get an Andy sighting today, y'all. Peace to everybody in here, man. Yo, everybody misses Andy. That you damn right. We got over 604 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted, but guys, listen. I'm telling you right now, Trey Tucker special, John Jenkins, Adam Butler, Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby. Go out there and show everybody why you wanted Antonio Pierce to be the coach. And Antonio Pierce has to be better. He has to be better. He has to be better. This starts at the top. Antonio Pierce has to be better with his decision making. Definitely does. Shout out to Antonio Pierce. Shout out to everybody in the room, y'all. Yo, I'm telling you right now, man. Love every single one of y'all. Y'all enjoy the game, man. We're an hour away from kickoff. You guys going over there, pull up the graphic, pull up the hammer, man. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. You guys are going to get a great game. I'm going to watch this game. We will be pulling up live and in living color today, right after the game. Go Raiders. Let's get a victory, baby. Let's get a victory, y'all. Y'all have a terrific game day. I'm going to get prepared for the game, man. Listen, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Love every single one of y'all, man. I'm out of here.